So this is going to be the little neck, and usually I use too much clay to do this. I don't know why. All you need is like not even 1/3 of a pound or 1/4 of a pound, just a little bit. This is about 1/2, so I'll probably cut some off. It's just, it's harder to see if I make really small things. I mean, that was a great question, Bonnie. You can make
I think
more
that's
than,
amazing.
yeah, more than one.
I see a lot of potential for that form.
Just the fun, the decorative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if you'd
Decorative
like,
and
I'll make,
functional.
if I have time, I'll make one. I probably will have time, I'll make one.
Cool.
So this, again, you just go all the way to the wheel head, although I leave what I call a skin of clay across the bottom, because if you open all the way to the wheel head, it will wobble so badly.
Okay, so you're looking at skin on it.
I just leave, it's
Yeah.
like not even 1/16 of an inch of clay.
And it comes off so easily.
It does,
Yeah.
and you can take it right off.
Okay.
And it's just, now, Tim Bell was here last night, and he asked me a question. I was throwing these, I guess, while he was here, recycling clay. And he asked me a question. Of course, he's always interested in the functionality of them. You know, do I make the lips so people can drink out of them? And that's really, I think, what they were originally meant for. But I put more of a decorative rim on them, just because I think that is a little bit catchier for the eye. But if you were going to make them for a specific purpose, say if you found out that during Revolutionary War or the Civil War that, you know, that they would use these, I don't know, you could do some history, probably Mark Shapiro would know, but you could just make it like this and round this little rim here and make it so that it would be more like a little canteen, and certainly find some little corks that would go in the top, because that would kind of complete it. And it could be just like this, but because I just want it to look pretty, I'm going to come up here, cut some of this off because it's much too large. And then check my walls. Bring it out. And then to fatten the rim, I always like the fatter rims. I just bring my left hand, my index, and my thumb, and I just hold the wall of the pot while I push down slightly with my right hand and the sponge. And then you can kind of divide that. It makes a double ring here. And then you glop it with something. Put a little piece of extra clay on it and make it gloppy.
It's quite decorative.
Yeah, make it very decorative. Okie doke. So, and that's it for the little neck. You want to take into consideration how wide this wall is that I've thrown, how wide the piece is. So you don't want to make it so that it comes all the way out to here, because then you'd have to wrap it down and around, and that would look awkward. But this is just going to sit on the side, and I'm going to show you, because I made one last night just to show you guys today how to trim. So now I just take my wire, cut this off.
Are you using 10 or 5?
This is B-Mix 10. This is a RingJug that I threw yesterday, and I threw this, and you can see the hole here, and it is just the right consistency for being trimmed right now.
Barbara,
Here,
did you-
it's not sticky, but when I put my hands all the way down to the bottom, I feel some stickiness down here, because of course down here, it's on the bat, it doesn't dry as easily. So the first thing I do is I cut under this again. You have to be careful of the splash pan, because with the splash pan there, you have a tendency to come up to get away from the splash pan. And you can see it's quite Okay, and because I can turn it right over, put it back down here, it's sticky. So that helps me. That helps me keep it, it helps me look and see where it's centered, and I can try and get it back on center pretty easily, and that stickiness will help hold it in place. But it's not, I'm not putting sticky to sticky, I'm putting sticky to the leather hard, and so this will come off, should come off, we'll see, pretty easily. So I'm just going around, I'll see where it touched, and I'll just gently, having a little deja vu, didn't I do this? I've done so many demos over the last 2 years. We're now going into our second year here.
Oh, here.
Here. February 4th, it was 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So 3 of these. And then I'm just gonna, and this is, I mean, it's really sticky here. Maybe I'll try it a little with my torch, because I like my torch. My favorite little Dolan trimmer, a little rounded one, and just gonna start on the inside, trim it up. And what's nice is I don't want this flat, so I'm just gonna trim to the outside. I've got a little bump, and I usually will stop and go over that bump and take it away, and this is just a way not to be really frustrated, because if you don't stop and get that bump, then the next time it comes around, it'll start to chatter on you. Any questions?
No.
No, that'll come to me in a little bit. And it didn't. And I got home, what, about 10 o'clock,
Okay.
and I texted Bonnie, checkerboard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And I got back, oh. So, this is it. And then I'm going to just go over it. And it's just, you know, they are such friendly little forms. I mean, they really are nice little forms. Friendly little forms, yeah, they're, I mean, they look, what does it remind me of? A cake. It reminds me of a cake.
Yeah.
Guess I didn't have enough for breakfast this morning. So now I'm going to dry, because I'm going to work with it. I'm going to put it in my hands, and I don't want it to be sticky. So now I'm going to take it off of there. There it is.
Nice.
It's not completely round. I think I would put it, hang it, put it this way on the wall. It has more depth.